Hello, everyone. My name is Tramika. Welcome back to Freedom Oasis Grab It and Go Guidance. We are broadcasting from a high frequency channel 9.0. We are excited to collaborate with you. As I mentioned in our introduction video, we are coming to you authentic, sharing life experiences and years of knowledge in health science, metaphysics, psychology, naturopathic medicine, and spirituality. Like many of you, we have searched high and low for the big life questions, including who am I? And I don't mean the person people expect me to be. What is my purpose in life? Okay, I have a decent job, make great money, and have a few good people around me, but I still feel empty. Why do I experience so much drama and pain? What is the point? I promise you, I'm not messy. I'm not trying to irritate anyone, but it seems like I draw all of these issues. How can I stop being stuck in the past and be at peace? We're tackling these questions and taking this ride with you. Starting with session one, making life changes is a journey. Let me say that again. Making life changes is a journey. Let me set the record straight. Change is one of the hardest to do. We resist it. We fight it. We are afraid of it. And we cling to what we always do because it's familiar. It's what we know. But let's be real. Doing the same thing over and over again with the same negative outcome is frustrating, causing low emotions like guilt, anger, failure, and I can go on. When we reach being tired of being tired, usually after a life crisis, a death of a loved one, health issue, divorce, or money loss, we get shaken up and our soul pushes us to evolve. Why is it so complicated? Because it does not happen overnight, guys, but in phases, and we can get stuck in some. So let's walk through the phases. The first phase is pre contemplation. This is the roughest stage. Oh, it's rough because this is when we are in denial. We don't think anything is wrong with our behavior, don't even realize the impact it have on others. This can last for a while with no change. It's like a heavy smoker saying, I don't smoke much, but going through a pack of cigarettes a day, and the secondhand smoke is putting everybody out around them where they can barely breathe. During this phase, it's helpful to rethink our behavior. Listen to others express how we are affecting them without putting up a wall. Spending moments alone reflecting, and during this time, it is so important to be forgiving to ourselves so we don't feel shame. Let me just talk a little bit about this, guys. We do not do a good job of loving on ourselves. We go out there empty, 50% charged up on feeling good about ourselves because we have so much programming and conditioning and thinking we're not good anyway. So please be light on yourself and make sure that you are, as you walk through this process, that you are giving yourself grace. The second phase is contemplation. This is when we are indecisive, mentally talking ourselves out of change, shutting down, thinking we can't do it. We're thinking it's too much work and sacrifice. To be honest, we don't see change as a benefit, but instead giving something up. Like not wanting to leave a toxic relationship because we fear being alone, thinking it's better to have someone than no one. Now that's saying something. How many of us can relate to that? During this phase, it's good for us to spend a lot of time weighing the pros and cons, imagining positive possibilities with the change, embracing our negative emotions, which I know is difficult because we are so used to stuffing down or avoiding uncomfortable feelings. When the anxiety knots in your stomach happen, the racing thoughts kick in, we must let it pass through without resistance. This takes practice, okay? I have been working on myself for a very long time, and I come from a culture where women are expected to put up the bootstraps, to hold down the fort, to have that shield, to wear that cape, to take care of everyone else, and we ignore ourselves. And then you add in also the addition of me being a nurse. by background. Okay. So I am someone that is very familiar with stuffing my emotions, putting up appearances, and not really sharing what is going on because I was afraid of the program and the narrative that was being weak. And I suffer consequences. So this is something for those of you who can relate. I know that's going to be hard, but you got to move through this. The third phase is preparation. This is when we are strongly considering making baby steps for a bigger change. During this phase, we are ready, but we need to hold ourselves accountable with frequent reminders like writing down a plan with short term goals. For example, thinking of words you can say or use when speaking to your spouse about no longer wanting to do things that you don't prefer. This is reclaiming your empowerment. All right. So reflect on your progress and celebrating small wins. So many times we're so focused on the end goal, we don't acknowledge how far we have come and we still think that we are failing. Eventually, we quit and go back to our old negative behaviors. Again, like I said, we need to be easy on ourselves. This is not something that's going to happen overnight. So give yourself grace. Look at those small wins. Don't think that you're still that awful individual because you're not. But you have to continue to go through this process and have more tests and more lessons before you finally get it to stick. The fourth phase is action. This is when we are finally making a move. Speaking to those who can help us, like a therapist, a life coach, a well being expert, or a spiritual mentor. But here is a critical time to set realistic goals and accept we may face setbacks, but we got to get back in the game. You can do it. It's good to have an accountable partner too, someone on a similar journey to check in with and engage in daily healthy practices. I will talk more about daily healthy practices. These are things I had to incorporate with myself and how I was able to finally get to changing some patterns of behaviors. The fifth phase is maintenance. Here we have made it to change. Yes, we are consistently avoiding former negative behaviors that no longer serve us and participating in new loving behavior. Although we must look for ways to dodge temptation because how many of you have experienced this? When you have done something well, you're feeling good about yourself, it seems like someone that triggers you, it has come back into your energy aura space, and you are just this close to snapping or going back to a past negative behavior. So it's always you're going to be on that defense there, but you know what to do. This is also a time, again, to celebrate your success and also when you prevent relapse, give yourself kudos. Go dancing. Look at the moonlight, give thanks, eat your favorite food, do whatever brings you joy. Now I laid out these phases, but most likely it will not happen this smoothly and in this order. I can't emphasize enough changing deep rooted patterns of behavior is not a sprint. It's a lifelong journey, and we have stored memory in us from our ancestors, our family, and friends, like how we should dress, what we should eat, what work we should do. It's hardwired in our cells. So it is not easy to do things differently, especially if we are highly influenced by those close to us and overly concerned with their opinions. So again, be easy on yourself. There will be moments you feel like you're taking two steps back, but it's okay. It's part of the process. Eventually, after multiple experiences, you will change. It will kick in for you. Let me share with you a moment I experienced, which I reference as a problem. For about 30 years, I wore the superwoman cape, working crazy, ridiculous hours to financially provide for my family, giving money I really did not have, not sleeping enough, pretending to be so strong, not sharing I was breaking down emotionally, causing me to have digestive issues in my stomach and colon that is called irritable bowel syndrome. And mine went to the extreme case that landed me eventually in the hospital. It didn't matter how much healthcare knowledge I had as an executive nurse leader, my expertise in working out and having an extensive regimen and eating, fairly decent. I was still broke down. And what I realized after my near death experience in 2021 and my expanded awareness, I received divine guidance. I was coming from a mindset of lack, not feeling loved and accepted, rooted from childhood wounds. And we all have childhood wounds. I did not love me fully, so I tried to force love from people close to me. I gave away my divine power overstretching for family, taking on their responsibilities, always being available to listen and getting pulled into their life dramas on top of my own issues. I invested too much with my job, constantly taking complicated projects, never saying no to additional work. All of this was me seeking love and approval. I had to disconnect from everyone, stop busy action, go into stillness. And I mean long term stillness, not being quiet in the space for a few hours. I'm talking about weeks and months to heal. I had to learn how to feel and process all my emotions, release unhealthy programming like strength is being silent and keeping it moving, and moving to authentically expressing myself with no mask. So, to wrap up this session, here are 8 daily practices I recommend that help me. Number 1, do a post check of your emotions at the start of your day. Evaluate if you are feeling high emotional frequency like joy, peace, or low ones like jealousy, depression, and anger. And be honest with yourself because we all go through different waves of emotions, high and low. If you are feeling low, you need to rebalance before interacting with others. Number 2, meditate at least once a day. Go to a quiet place. Slow down the racing, endless thoughts. Separate from your mind and your body. Then ask for guidance from your higher self, higher power, whatever name you use. I do caution you, meditation is something you have to learn. It took me almost a year to do it correctly. So this is something you need to practice as well. Number 3, give gratitude for at least one thing. If you look back on your life and you see how many challenges you've overcome, and if you have a roof over your head and a car to drive and food to eat and at least one person that loves you, you have things to be grateful for. Just find one. Number 4, participate in something that brings you joy, like listening to music, what I love, playing with your pets, drawing, reading, or laughing, whatever moves you. Number 5, don't go off to sleep with negative thoughts. Remember hearing from some of the old schools when they say don't go to bed angry? Because if you do, you'll wake up angry. It's something to that. So try listening to soft, meditative Salvagio beats to calm your central nervous system and think about your desires to store in your subconscious. What is the life you want? Because we can create our own reality. Imagine it. Go to bed with that. That's comforting. Number 6, contemplate. Allow internal dialogue within you to happen. Review your past experiences, thoughts, spiritual messages. Let it all marinate. Don't try to figure it out with your mind. Your mind can't figure this out. These are things that's outside of the mind. These are things coming straight from our divine. It's miraculous. So let it unfold and be open to receive clarity. Number 7, forgive and be easy on yourself. I keep saying that. Remember, we are all growing, awakening to who we really are. Realize that we made a lot of unconscious decisions that led to hurting ourselves and others. But these were necessary lessons for us to grow. Number 8, tap into relevant material. Grow your knowledge by checking out these listed resources with links in the description section of this video, including articles on change and energy chakras. There's a meditation video showing you how to meditate. There's also a reconnect, recharge meditation that I co-created. And then the books I do recommend. I've read so many books throughout my life. I'm just really into self-development. But 2 of books that was really, really foundational to me and really, really helped me to see things outside of what I was exposed to as I began my awakening journey is The Power of Now by author Eckhart Tolle, and then also Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. So that's it for the dialogue today. Enjoy the music vibes as I let you go. Remember, always be you, do you. Don't forget to subscribe and see you on the next video. Session 2, Law of Attraction.